Okay.
Okay, we have our creative director, Riley Hawk, setting the stage for us back here. We're going to...
Okay.
Here we go.
All righty. What's up, guys? Your stepmom's favorite podcast, episode 3. I'm Dakota Jackson.
I'm Bryden Wallace.
And I'm JP.
And this is a podcast.
Yeah. Welcome to the studio. If you're wondering where we recorded the audio for all of our other podcasts, it was out here in the sun. We're in all black. Can we get Rufus to? He's just putting more cones out. Where's our creative director? Can you handle the
Can
cones?
you handle this for us?
We need you to leave.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay,
goodness.
we're just gonna keep
Look
moving
at the
along.
set. We've got a set, dude.
I
This is
know
our
we
show.
do have a set, and you know, we got a nice rug here.
It's not even in the shot, is it? That's okay.
I don't know.
We'll get the rug in it.
It's all right.
The breeze starts blowing. I feel good. Hopefully it's not in the mic.
It's about 3,000 degrees outside. Not gonna lie to you,
we're
but
all black.
It's not that
I'm
bad.
To settle in. Ow. Riley,
Oh,
assistant, come
wait.
get my
What kind of
boots.
socks are these?
Oh, let's see. What do they say?
Love you locks.
I love you, locks.
Why?
Y'all have been watching Queer Eye. Is that okay?
Dude, I can smell your feet. That's disgusting.
It's those boots, dude. They're freaking real leather. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm a
real
Viking.
leather. We don't mess around with that fake.
Fake. I'm a
leather out
Viking.
here.
Are you freaking kidding me? Riley looks like a freaking G right now. Are
Riley, you look
kidding
good.
me?
You look like you should just come off the
Riley,
runway.
come sit right here for
Come here.
2 minutes.
Just
Come here,
stand
bud.
right
Come
here.
here.
Give us a nice spin.
You have to crouch. You're gonna have to definitely crouch.
Yeah,
That's
you're
all
like
gonna
7
be
feet
your
tall.
crotch right there.
There you go.
Sit down.
Here
There
we
you
go.
go.
Riley
There
Hawk.
it is.
He's the one whose dog died and got shoved in a freezer.
No, absolutely.
wait, backwards. He's the one who shoved a dead dog in the freezer.
You didn't even
Yeah.
listen to the story.
I actually do the podcast. You know what? I'm sick and tired of y'all. I'm just kidding.
Well, you know what, Brighton? You can leave.
You know
We're
what?
only on
This-
episode 3. How are
This
you?
is my podcast. I don't want to say it's my podcast. It was my. Well, it wasn't even
Hold
my
on.
idea.
Hold on.
It was my idea.
It was your idea
I
for
told
me
you to start
have
a podcast.
It was your idea for me to have a podcast.
I think this was a collective.
It was.
to be honest with
I'm
you,
just
so.
kidding. I think it was all good. Okay, Riley, get out of here.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, bye, Riley. See you later.
He said
This
I'm
man
leaving.
just jumped off a
Creative
cliff.
director.
You know, I do want to talk about how I listened back to episode 2,
This
and I
boy's
felt
straight
kind of
chilling.
bad. Well, I felt kind of bad because we flamed JP so hard.
Yeah.
We were
yeah.
really harsh.
I
But
actually
then-
have a meme about it.
Well, I
meme?
mean, while you get it out, I do want to say I did want to say I'm sorry, but then you walked up today and I saw how big your head was again, and how just ugly your shirt is again.
Hey, let me see that meme, JP.
And-
What is wrong with
Let me see that meme.
And I
This
don't
right
even
here.
care.
Oh yeah,
Pop
you,
that up on the screen.
you do
me.
kind of look like
Pop
a
that
marshmallow.
up on the screen.
Yeah,
right here.
put that on the screen there.
Put that on the screen.
You're right. JP does resemble a marshmallow, and we're out
Golly.
here in the heat, so he would be a roasted
Golly.
marshmallow.
So you know what that means? We finna roast you the rest of the episode. Golly, what's that
Well-
even beard even called? You got beard on it, don't you? Call that a beard? Golly.
Boy, it looked like you
Can you
took
even grow
straight
a
chicken
beard?
fat.
No, I don't want to grow a
This
beard.
boy took straight chicken fat, wrote on his
Chicken
face.
fat.
What?
I am
you-
a little sunburnt,
Hey.
though.
Where'd you get that shirt?
This was at
Goodwill?
Macy's again, actually.
Golly,
Macy's, oh my
Macy.
God.
He finna marry a girl named Macy. Hey,
That's why you
Probably
worked at
not.
Zales.
hey, comment below if you've ever seen a podcast that's outside, because I don't think they exist. We're like, what's Bear Grylls?
We're like connecting the vlog world and the podcast
Dude,
world
we're
right
Bear Grylls in the wild right now. Look at that.
now. Are we?
I mean,
We're
look at
men versus wild.
We're on couches.
not man
dude.
versus what? Men versus
Men
wild.
versus wild.
On a rug on a couch
in the woods.
outside in the middle of a city.
We have. This is awesome. Like nobody's beating this.
So I was kind of sitting here thinking about this past 2 seconds.
We just have police cars driving in the background.
I'm the
in
only one with
grass.
sunglasses on right now.
Well, Riley's wearing mine.
Riley's got sunglasses on. Riley, you look good. But like if I take my sunglasses off, this sun's blinding me and I can't see a thing. So
So what were you about to say? You're about to say something.
about my sunglasses.
Oh,
That
well, you
was
already
it.
said it. There
That
you
was
go.
it.
That's
yeah.
all. Yeah.
Okay, so
Brighton, you look chill.
I'm chilling, dude. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? We're outside. It's breezy. I'm on a couch.
Okay.
Car's starting up.
We didn't think about all the issues we'd have about it being outside, because we're actually in New
Probably
Zealand
can't
right
even
now.
New Zealand.
We got a
Right
Yeah.
off the coast of Australia.
We got an ad from Pepsi to come to New Zealand and film outside in the wetlands, as you can see.
the
Wow.
wetlands. I have a question. I don't think there's any wetlands in New Zealand. I think that's more like
Florida.
Florida, yeah. We're not in
got-
Florida either, by the way.
Yeah.
Swamps of Florida right now.
Y'all can't see it, but there's a gator right there.
Golly.
Riley, go take care of it for us.
Yeah, set director, go get our pet
Just
gator.
hear him die in the background.
Is-
Oh God,
Just
we're only
see a
5
finger.
minutes in.
We're only 5 minutes in.
Hey, speaking of like traveling, maybe JP's ex will drive up to Jackson and join us on our podcast, and she'll drive up here just to have a conversation.
She might, What's her name?
What can we call her?
Veronica.
I don't want to bust her.
Veronica.
What does she
Ooh,
look
Veronica Lodge.
Hey,
we talking about?
Veronica.
No, that's gives her too much credit. What can we call her? What about Gertrude?
Gertrude.
Beatrice or Gertrude? We'll just call her anything. Here we go.
Alright, Gertrude.
Beatrice.
Okay.
Beatrice.
So I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna set the story up.
Okay, go ahead.
So JP has this ex who has been broken up with for 2 months, and without them getting back together, he had to break up with her again.
2 months. It's been longer
6
than-
months.
How long's it
Yeah,
been,
It's
JP?
been like six months.
6
or
months,
7.
and he had to break up with her again while they were already broken up.
JP Shores know how to pick 'em, ladies and gentlemen.
JP Shores knows how to pick them.
Gee golly.
I'm gonna come to Jackson and we're gonna have a conversation. Here's our professor, Dr. Tubbs, Jeremy Tubbs.
Dr. Tubbs, how you doing?
He said he's doing good.
He's surprised that
We're
we're out
talking-
here in the wetlands
This
of
is
Florida.
this is what he's trained us to do.
Yeah.
Is do
This is what-
podcast
This is what
outside.
my entertainment degree has given me. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Well, they,
We
no,
haven't.
we
going
haven't.
to.
We haven't talked about it.
We haven't yet.
But
Somebody give him a mic. JP, give him your mic.
There we go.
So they're doing they're putting the card scanners on the doors.
Yeah.
So let students in, so you don't have to call security anymore.
Okay.
You might want to talk about that.
Hey.
Camera.
Oh, there's the camera. You think I would know this by now? I thought that was a camera too.
We got different.
we got-
double
Yeah,
shots. Here.
Double
Yeah.
vision.
Double
yeah.
shots.
That's right.
Hey.
Kind of like the Twin Towers.
hey, you gotta come drop.
We have an avid listener. Episode 1. Check it out.
Hey,
Dakota dropped a bomb.
Shots fired, literally.
No pun intended on the bomb. Yes,
Okay.
Why don't
All
you
right.
just, y'all come pay tens of thousands of dollars so he can be your professor. Because he's a cool
He's the
dude.
chillest professor
Oh
you'll
my
ever have.
goodness.
We should have told him we're skipping class.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
finish
yeah.
This
We totally
episode.
got class in 20 minutes, but
Yeah,
we're
but
out
we're
here.
It's
gonna
his
skip-
class, but we're actually not going to it because we got to finish this episode.
Dr. Tubbs,
we might-
can we skip class?
He left, so
He's gone.
Well,
he's gone. He's probably going to class.
that was cool. He just walked up, and I don't even remember what we were talking. Bailey. Hey, yeah.
My sister's name is Bailey, by the
That's
way.
what we were talking about.
My sister's name. My
Yeah,
sister's
I
name is Bailey.
Did I date your sister? Is that who I
My sister's name
We'll
is
come
Bailey.
Full circle back around.
She's actually coming to school here next semester. So speaking of people coming in,
Hey, all right. So here we go.
Beatrice.
Golly, hold on. All right, hold on. Let's just skip this to come back. How about here we go. Let's talk about how recently a lot of gay men have been hitting on JP.
That's true.
Because I don't have a problem. I know a lot of gay guys. I know a couple of gay women. But I don't know. We're out here just winging it. I don't think I actually even know any gay women. Yes, I do. I don't know. But
I do.
you had a gay man come up and hit on you,
Yeah.
and you said it was an experience, and the story was funny.
It was, yeah. So we were I was at a local restaurant, like bar and grill place that we perform at a lot. And
Say it with your chest. I don't want to have to turn your gain up. Okay, you know what? Next story.
All right. Anyway, so me and this dude were matching, and he was walking by, going to the bathroom, and he was
Hold on.
like,
I'm going to interject. So we've talked about your style a lot on this podcast, and we're only on episode 3.
True.
And what were you wearing to match with this man?
It wasn't that shirt that you wore in the first podcast.
No, I almost wore it today because I knew we were
That
going
would have been
video.
funny. We were
All right.
videoing.
Should
Did
have.
we even say we're videoing for the first time?
We are videoing
What's
for the
up,
first
mamas?
time. Mamas.
We're videoing. We're videoing.
There's a couple
Whichever,
of cameras here.
whichever one.
So
All
I'm
of
looking
this-
at both of them.
Do you see how unprofessional? Okay, but we'll come back to that story. So many people ask me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Okay.
No one's
JP
that
is
interested
literally
about my
just our crutch. We go to JP when we're really in trouble. All Our creative director is
Wandering in the background.
lost in the wetlands of New Zealand.
Riley, what you doing? Okay.
No cones. He's a stickler for the art.
He's a stickler, yeah.
yeah, set's got to be very.
The
neat and
show
clean.
comes first. Show comes
Show
first
comes
over
first.
anything.
But
No, okay. I forgot what I was even gonna jump to. So go back. Okay, you're matching
JP
with
was
this
hit
guy.
on, yeah.
yeah, so I was just wearing like a navy blue Henley shirt, long sleeve, some like some maroon pants,
Maroon.
and then those like brown Vans that we both have. You know what I'm talking about, like high
Brown
top
Vans.
ones
I
or
got
whatever.
you. Yeah.
And so this dude was wearing some like navy shirt and maroon pants and some like brown like leather shoes or whatever, and he was going to the bathroom and he was just like, "Oh my God, we're matching. You're giving me life right now." And I was just like, "Okay." And
Did
then
he touch you?
yeah, he like tugged my beard and then walked off. And
Mm.
I'm going to be honest with you. If anyone touches my face in public, I think that's weird. No, sir.
If anyone put an egg on my black pants, it would fry right now because it's that hot outside. in the
Most
sun.
definitely. My knees could start a fire right now if I just brought them together, but these thighs don't lie and there ain't no gaps. So.
No gap. We out here queer eye. I haven't watched that show.
It's a
I
good.
neither.
It's a
Did you
good
say
show.
both of y'all have watched it?
no, I haven't.
No, I watched it. Riley has watched it.
Yeah.
Our creative director.
Our creative director there.
I don't know if we actually hired you, Riley, but
We
As
we
of
actually
today-
don't have any money in the budget,
But we-
but if you're willing to volunteer for our creative director spot,
no, we'll just go
Okay.
ahead and pay you $1.3 million to be our creative
1.3 million. Okay.
director. Is that enough?
Okay.
No,
cool.
is that enough? Because
All
you'll be just getting. Yeah, here we go.
You don't have to
live.
come with
we
us.
Won't,
Here we
we
go.
won't bring.
You don't
that
have
up.
to come with us on the show.
Okay,
So,
You can sit at home and do
next story.
so I want everybody to comment down below on YouTube right now. What's something they can comment for us to talk about? What's something like we can ask a question that they can comment on?
Question.
A qu-
Of
What's
course.
a question we can
Question.
ask that they can comment their answer to?
it. Hmm.
Let's have a
Why do y'all
podcast and
hate
have a
my
lot
style
of
so
dead
much?
silence.
What do you
a
like?
lot of dead silence.
What do
on our
you like
podcast.
on your pizza?
Okay,
Ooh,
pizza toppings.
pizza toppings.
Maybe pros, maybe cons.
Let me guess. Cheese, pepperoni.
And I bet you like freaking anchovies and artichokes.
candy.
Don't cotton candy on your pizza. Jesus.
I'm gonna freaking let's see how I'm gonna go live on Instagram
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
Go live on Instagram.
And I'm
You're
gonna-
probably not gonna have anybody.
It's really
no
bright
one,
outside
no one
right now.
follows me. You know how I talked about I got to 1,000 followers on Instagram and now I'm at 996.
Really?
So people just unfollow
What
me. I don't know if
happened?
my content. I posted at a story. I went and saw Bon Iver last night in concert, and then
Bon
I had
Iver.
1,001 followers.
Bon
And then I
Iver or
checked when I
Bon
got-
Iver?
I like to call him Bon Iver. That's such a cooler name, but he goes by Bon Iver.
That's French, I think.
I know it's French. Here we go. How do I go live? I've
I
never
think
gone
Riley's
live.
French. He looks like a Frenchman.
Checking connection. I'm live. We're but my camera's not even facing me. That'd be cool if I did that. Here we go.
Cool.
With the boys. So how many cameras do we have now?
Now we have 3.
We have 3 now if you count your phone.
We're
But
out here recording the podcast. Your
yeah.
stepmom's,
your stepmom's favorite podcast. Go ahead and
outside.
check it out on YouTube.
Here's our crew, our creative director and our film and tech lady. She's smoking hot. She's smoking hot.
all right.
So while I'm on here,
Not quite as hot as this sun though, because Jesus,
you
I'm
said.
burning up.
Yeah, it is hot. I'm gonna
Like the
tell a
Jonas
funny
Brothers.
story.
Burning.
I'm gonna end this live video before anybody watched it, so that was
Okay,
a
so
waste
let's
of
take
time.
care of that.
So I'm going to tell a story because it's so funny. I'm not going
Alright.
to say his name because I don't know if he'd be mad that I told this story. So I worked at a buffet, and I was a server. And it was a busy night, and it's hot in the summer, right? You're running around serving.
It's hot right now.
It is
It's
hot. But
spring.
imagine this, like 30-plus degrees, and you're inside a restaurant and a buffet. You're running around. It's crazy.
Sounds
So-
like Hell's Kitchen right
And
there.
the thing is you're a server, so you don't have time to, relieve yourself sometimes. You're like holding in the
Everything.
gastro stuff,
Everything.
So he's walking around and he's got a little space between where he's at and his tables. So he's like, maybe I'll let one go. Are y'all informed on what a shart is?
Oh yeah, a nice wet one.
Yeah, a nice wet one. Well, this my dude
Paint
here
splatter.
that used to work, he was wearing shorts because it's summer. In the summer, we could wear shorts. We have our aprons tied on. We'll wear shorts and a shirt. Well, he had a
remember
little
this is
friend
going.
fall out of his shorts and land on his calf while he was taking a drink to a table. So, my guy here, my guy here had a little bit of a shart seed on his calf.
Okay, hold on. From my understanding, when you shart, it's just enough to kind of get the back of your underwear wet and a little streak, right?
I think that's what he thought was going to happen.
This boy had a whole turd fall out the back of his shorts.
It was like imagine like, you know when you have the mud splatters from your tire if you hit some mud?
Oh, my God.
Imagine one of those land on your calf while you're taking a drink to a table. And he set the drink down and like felt it on his leg. So he walked by the table super fast, put the drink down there, was like, there you go. And just like ran off to the bathroom and had to wipe his leg. Also his butt. So
And change some underwear.
as he worked in a restaurant, I thought that was funny that he sharted his pants and sharted his leg. I don't even know what you'd call that, but he did shart a little nugget on his leg.
That's disgusting.
So
That's
I thought that'd be
unfortunate.
Sorry for all
I
you
can relate.
listeners.
Wow.
Yeah, no, what I was going to say earlier, and I just now remember. People keep asking, like, what's your podcast about, dude? You know, like, y'all's podcast, what are y'all about? So, like, I'm going to break it down for all you listeners out there who are freaking haters because haters pay the bills. Riley knows all about that. I don't know what that means.
Haters pay the bill.
Here's what our podcast is about. Pick anything that's like a TV show. Give me a TV show.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
If we did our podcast on Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, our podcast would end when the show ended.
That's right.
All right, so give me. Oh, you do the crime podcast. If we ran out of cool crimes, then our podcast would just be lame.
Exactly.
But our podcast is a friendly circle. Do you see this spot?
It's about life.
Kayla, can you zoom in on this extra spot I have here?
This is you.
This is the listener.
This is the mama.
This is
Insert
the
mama here.
step mama.
Can we get just like a stick man
Can you
graphic
get my
just to
hand
go right
rubbing
there?
this gently like this? Is that in there?
I'm uncomfortable.
This is mama's spot right here.
Mama.
This is mama. This is
mama's
you.
seat.
And you hang out with us because that's what our podcast is, a hangout session.
A hangout.
A comedy hangout.
Comedy hangout.
session.
Your stepmom's
So,
favorite
Come
podcast.
at me again. Your podcast doesn't have a theme. What's y'all's central idea? It's a hangout.
That's right.
So
been
I'm
saying
done
that?
talking because
Hey, speaking of getting people on this podcast, I saw your Uncle Brian the other night.
my Uncle Brian is a freaking funny dude.
Yeah, he didn't even recognize me. We didn't. Well, like I recognized him, but I was like, "Is that Uncle Brian or is it not?" And then we were standing in line to get a drink, and he was like, "Hey, are you part of the band?" And I was like, "Well, not this one." And then I was like, "What's your name?" And he said, "You're JP, aren't you?" And
There it is. See,
So-
my uncle
told him
would
we need to get him
love
on here.
to come here. He works in
Yep.
Jackson and Memphis. I think he goes back and forth. But my uncle would have a blast with us. And as you
It would
can
be
see,
funny.
we have 8 inputs on our little interface here. So
We
I
could
don't
just
know
have
if
a
anyone
big
can
old
see that.
crew.
because that's what it is. It's a hangout, dude.
That's right.
Like
Squad.
I promise you, before this podcast comes to a devastating end, when one of us dies in an awful accident,
Absolutely.
we're gonna have a fire in a pit right here. I don't know if that's legal on campus, but even if we're burning leaves,
We're
in
gonna
a
do it.
bowl, we're gonna have a campfire.
Incense.
There it
And
is.
you know we're gonna roast marshmallows. Speaking of roasting marshmallows, JP, you got the biggest ears
Oh my God.
I've ever seen.
Have you seen his picture?
Hey, don't come for me,
on the
JP.
application
Hey,
sheet.
don't come for me.
I'm just
JP,
kidding. I looked at
or I
you,
will
and the only
tear you
thing-
up.
The only thing I
You
saw
want
was
me to
your
do it?
ears, and I didn't think of a genuine flame, so I just said ears. I don't know. But also, since this is on YouTube, video on YouTube, golly, I saw her turn the camera and put it right on me. Zoom in really close. More. Are you all the way zoomed in? More. Bring it in close. Bring it in real close. Okay, zoom in. I'm just kidding. We were at work the other day. JP comes around the corner and he's like, "Hey, Brighton, why's our podcast subscribe to PewDiePie?"
That's the only thing we're subscribed to.
Because in
First
the
off-
first episode, you have to subscribe to PewDiePie.
Yeah.
If you're going to be successful on YouTube, subscribing to PewDiePie is the first step. So,
And why would we not? We're just doing our part for the G himself.
oh my goodness. come
YouTube
on.
wouldn't be what it was or what it is if it wasn't for
Is,
old Pewds.
was, will be,
Yeah.
past, present,
So
future.
put a little respect on his name.
Respect with a K.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Golly.
Tell you what it means to
What's
me.
happening in our lives right now? What are we doing? How are we recording a
Well,
podcast
Brighton,
outside?
you're getting ready to graduate in like a month.
Yeah.
So you're
You know-
graduating college in a month.
Yeah, you know what I've got lined up?
What you got?
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm getting a music and
Your life
entertainment
is going to
degree.
crumble as soon as you walk that stage.
Yeah.
Instantly, you're thrown into the great abyss of the real world, and you're going to die.
I checked the.
That was deep.
What's
Did you
the
get that
thing?
off a fortune cookie?
What's
No. I didn't know fortune cookies were that long.
They're disgusting. Have you ever ate a fortune cookie? Do y'all eat them when you're done?
Yeah. I like fortune cookies.
I like fortune cookies.
Our creative director has
Like,
spoken.
Yes.
He eats 10. He
Riley
steals other people's fortune
Riley
cookies.
loves fortune
He
cookies.
goes back. He's like, I just want the cookie. I don't even
Hey,
need the
you
fortune.
gave me a vanilla thin Oreo the other day.
I
and
did.
It was
I also,
fire. It
I
was
also
actually really
gave
good.
you the rest of my big pack of cosmic brownies today.
Hold on.
Back it up.
You said something about a vanilla
A
Oreo?
vanilla
Yeah.
thin Oreo.
Okay, if anybody eats a vanilla Oreo, they've got issues and
Okay,
they need to be fixed
hey.
because
Vanilla regular Oreos.
the original
Garbage.
Oreo is the only way.
Hang
to
on,
go. Don't
hang
come for
on.
me like that.
Guys,
no,
guys,
no.
hey,
No.
zoom in. This is a monumental moment. I have someone on my side in this podcast for the first time. Brighton, go ahead. Take up for me, bud.
You know what? I don't even think I like the vanilla Oreos anymore. All right, welcome to your stepfather's favorite podcast. Here's my co-host.
Hey, I'm back. Wait,
Okay.
what I missed? What I
Now
missed?
it's your stepmom's favorite podcast.
Okay, cool.
Again.
Awesome.
All right.
I bring in all the mamas. That's what you just said.
I don't know. The last person to hit on you was a guy, so.
Welcome back to your stepfather's favorite podcast.
Hey, Brighton, you're trying to start a radio show, though, aren't you?
Yeah, I do want to have a radio show. If I could just get someone to hear this podcast and be like, that's so funny. I wish I knew what was in the mics because it sounds like someone's slaughtering like a cow.
We got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in today. Hey, come on over.
But yeah, I do want a radio show. I want to
Man,
own
that
a
was
station. I want to own a whole radio station. That's
the
what I
entire
wanna do.
thing.
Yeah, so I want to get the campus.
WNCC.
Yeah, I want to get the campus their own
102.7.
radio station, have a college radio here. So if you go to this campus on the Lambeth campus at the University of Memphis, go tell Dr. Reddick.
In New Zealand.
Yeah. No, well, we go to Lambeth and Jackson, but we're in New Zealand now.
Yeah.
We got to catch our flight at 2:40. That's when our class is, which is 5 minutes away. So, Dr.
okay.
Tubbs, if you're watching, I've never skipped a class in my whole life. One of yours.
Neither have I, so, you know.
I have.
Well,
JP's like, let me think. Oh, yeah,
We're not all
definitely.
perfect.
I've skipped a
students.
lot of classes, so.
But we have the book, and we read the book, and
Absolutely.
you're the greatest professor. But I'm just trying to further my career. And right now,
we're expanding our horizons.
You know how much money is in podcasts? I don't know which camera to look at, but you know how much money is in podcasts?
you know the Tiny Meat Gang podcast? They make $30-something thousand a month from Patreon.
I mean, it's no 1.3 mil, but I mean, come on.
I don't understand how Riley's making so much more money than
Riley,
we
how
are.
are you making more money from us being a creative director?
And
we don't even
of
have
our
money.
podcast.
I need a camera to hold so I can just film Riley while I watch him. I don't know. I feel like Riley, as a creative director, should have a little bit of say and be able to come in on our podcast.
I think so,
For
too.
like every podcast, give Riley a little bit of time to talk. I feel like we're copying views a little bit.
Yeah.
But-
but I was thinking of that today. I was
Yeah.
thinking we could call it Riley's Random Moment.
Riley's
Shoot.
random moment.
Bug flew in my eye. Gosh.
in my boot.
And ladies and gentlemen, those are the conflicts you face with filming in New Zealand.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
outside.
You know how much
Outside.
malaria is
In this
flying
burning
around?
heat.
What other podcast films outside?
Malaria is everywhere. It's carried by
Malaria.
mosquitoes.
What about Ebola?
Ebola.
E. coli.
E. coli.
Cola. Ricola. All right, so full circle.
Hey, we just wasted 24 minutes.
Yeah, no one's
of
ever going to get
everybody's
this back
time.
if they're even still watching.
No, I
Still
think it's
watch.
okay.
No one's watching.
Comment who looks the sexiest right now. Hold on, let me
Well, I look like a tomato, so.
just. Are you freaking kidding me? Am I in the shot right now? Okay,
Dude, your
I'm the
arm
shit-
is sunburnt, dog.
We're sitting in the freaking direct sunlight. It's right there. What
Yeah,
time is it?
it is a blazing sun today.
Hey, we just got a fat little paycheck for playing a gig.
Well, what's your
Well.
definition of fat?
$50.
Hey, that's 50 more than I
That's-
did and have. So.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we out here paying the bills.
God. Hey, I'm
It's
just.
definitely gonna blow away. But
Our creative director makes so much money, he's got money to just throw. So
our creative director has so much money that he lays all his cash in his yard and runs it over with his lawnmower.
our
So
creative
here's the
director
deal.
has so much money.
This is all it costs for a simple ad on here.
Hey, sponsor our podcast.
Sponsor
or
our podcast.
Take your local business to the next level by enhance your business by investing in your local entertainers. So slide us $40 and we'll shout out your business and we'll spend the money on something cool.
Heck, if you slide me $5, I'll give you the fattest shout out you've ever heard in your life.
If you give me $30, I will use the entire podcast to shout out
If you
your
give me
business.
cotton candy, then I'll.
If you
I'll
give
say
me
something.
27 cents, I will ride to your house and personally give you $100.
If you give me
Wow.
$40, I'll wear a fedora the entire podcast.
JP already did that one time. So.
Well,
We didn't film it though.
Yeah.
Let's talk
We didn't
about what you
film
wore
it.
last time. We didn't talk about it. You had on a fedora. You had on cowboy boots, and
I
you
don't
had
even
on
own boots.
You had a polka dotted shirt on with jean shorts rolled up to midway of your thigh. We're gonna talk about that.
I don't think that happened, but
I remember it very,
Okay.
very vividly.
well,
Hey.
you know, video where it didn't happen.
And
You know,
why are you wearing gold face paint then too? Because
Yeah.
I remember
Pretty sure that was you.
That's true. That was that one time.
That was
That
definitely
was that
you.
one time. So JP dated this girl named Beatrice.
Yeah. Oh, we're coming back around to this.
Coming back around.
Okay.
What?
Can we get a shot?
There's a dog.
It's
dog
taking a dump right now. It's taking a dump.
up there.
That's our friend Phil Collins. I don't know if you know who he is. Look
Phil
him up on
Collins.
Spotify.
He
He
just-
goes to our campus here.
He hangs out here in New Zealand. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's where we're at right
yeah,
now.
we're in New Zealand in the wetlands.
He's taking his dingo out to
I think
go
his
to the
dog
bathroom.
has
You
AirPods.
dingo. Get your dingo out the street, boys. You dingo. You wild dingo. So, hey, we talked about pizza toppings in the comments. What do
We're
y'all
never
like?
we're never gonna.
Our
finish that
podcast is
story,
a
are we?
mess.
We're-
I think that's what because this is how
It's
we
a
hang
mess.
out. It's a hangout.
mess. We like
Hey, but I made
switch
$50.
subject to subject, and then we eventually come back to it. So
Shoot. I'm trying to adjust here. I broke my collarbone. Welcome to your stepmom's favorite podcast. I hope the wind isn't in this because we're
you know,
Probably
I'm
is.
hoping because of these mics, it's not picking up as much of the wind.
Well, this is
This
where
is
we've
my
recorded
this
it
is
every
my
time.
windscreen right
exactly. It's recorded. We've recorded out here every single time. So
If you're wondering where we really are, we are really in New Zealand though.
if you're wondering why our mic quality is like so much less than it was, it's just
Because we don't have any ads to help.
False.
We
You
don't
know
have any
who's gonna
ads.
edit the podcast?
Oh my goodness.
Me. I'm about to make this sound like we're in Capitol Records' best studio.
Hey, it's
God.
2:40 right now.
What?
Dang.
We
Do y'all-
got a few
We
minutes
missed our
left,
flight.
so.
Hey, do y'all ever think about somebody else in the world, like what they're doing right now? Like what is Will Smith doing right now?
Making more money than me.
Comment below.
Like who is somebody you think is doing something just crazy right now? Like who? Like Zac
Steve-O.
Efron. What is Zac Efron doing
Zac
right
Efron.
I'm thinking like Johnny Knoxville from like. I don't even know what just happened.
I'm gonna make sure that doesn't come through on the mics because that was inappropriate. We have an audience, a live audience. Can we get a hoop and holler? A lot of people. A lot of people. It's a lot of people.
Holler and swaller.
Slow down there.
We also have a listener behind us working backstage. I don't know if he knows dogs aren't allowed on the set, but
He's there.
but Bill is wondering.
Did you say Bill or
Hey,
Phil?
Riley, can you go get Bill? Oh, Phil.
I thought it was Phil
It is
Collins.
It's Phil Collins. Check him out on Spotify. He's pretty good.
He's all right. He's not.
Riley, can you go get this man off our set? Seriously, this is so unprofessional.
Riley, we really need.
What is he
this
doing?
podcast.
He's looking at a road that has no cars on it. Here we go. Airplane. Also another hindrance in our outdoor sacrifice for an
I
entertaining
feel like we're way too
podcast.
distracted recording outside.
No, guys. Here's the deal. I
Even though
think
we've done it every
all
time,
of these
course.
noises we keep pointing out, I doubt these mics are picking up a thing.
So we're just a bunch of three random dudes looking into the sky saying, "Oh my God, there's an airplane." So I think that's funny.
Oh
We're-
my
we're
God!
just-
Did y'all see that bug fly by?
Hey, did y'all hear that noise?
We're just lucky to even have them picking
Can
up
you
our
just
voices
tell me
right
about
now.
Beatrice and how she drove all the way
Back to Beatrice.
back to Beatrice? She drove all the way from Memphis to Jackson to talk to you about y'all's relationship, but y'all have been broken up for 6 months.
Yeah. That's pretty
I dragged
much
that
it.
out for a long time because I think we just had a camera difficulty. And I really made every syllable very long to make sure that the problem is fixed. Okay. So tell us about our girl Beatrice.
That camera hasn't even been working.
They both stopped at the exact same time. We're going to throw up our logo. Well, we would have already thrown it up. They're recording now. So our logo flashed, and if you were wondering why, it's because both cameras stopped recording at the
That's
same
true.
time.
That's very true.
Also, that's a plug for ourselves because we
Plug.
paid for an ad. If you'd like your logo to go on our podcast, send in. It doesn't matter. Just make us an offer. Okay. Beatrice drove all the way to Jackson from Memphis to talk to you about your relationship, even though you've been broken up for 6 months.
That's pretty much
This
it.
sounds like a Dr. Phil or Maury episode. Can you explain to me what is going on?
Well, she's blocked now, so it doesn't really.
Oh, he had to get that block. He put that cinder block on the line.
And we never even talked face to face. I just called her.
But she drove all the way here, and then you were like,
That's what she
haha,
said.
miss me with that.
Well, she sat
Yeah.
at a local fast food restaurant while you were on the phone, right?
Yeah, that's what she had said on the
A
phone.
local fast food Mexican restaurant.
She blocked all of our friend group except me and Riley, and then I tweeted at her so she'd block me.
And she
But she
didn't do
didn't
it.
block me. So
How
then
does that make you
I've
feel?
just been putting gifs on all of her tweets, trying to
Have
make her
you really?
mad. Yeah, but she just deletes the tweets I put a gif on, and then she won't block me. I'm just like, Beatrice, block me on Twitter. Because you like some stuff that's disgusting.
Why don't you just unfollow her?
No, because it's funny.
So, Beatrice, if you're watching,
You know,
Brighton wants you to block him.
me on Twitter.
I really hope
Please.
she's not
or
watching.
at me, so I can put a gif on your tweet, because that's so
Y'all, we
funny.
finna be done with this, and once this goes up, JP's gonna get a fat phone call.
He's going to get mad at me, Brighton, dude. Seriously, I thought we were bros. Bro, dude, I thought we were bros. Come on, dog. Keep it real in the homie house, dog. Dog.
What? Dog?
We have a visitor that's watching us who didn't clap when I said, "Where's our audience?"
Local
at?
staff member Joe Kyle.
He's made an
Joseph
appearance.
Kyle.
He's made an appearance before, but we were talking about his hats.
Joe Sweet Lips.
Kyle.
Joe Sweet Lips.
Dude, I don't even know. But yeah, Joe was mad at my like I grew up living that hard life, dog, all day. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Bro,
not.
you I mean, I know you went to Southside, but like,
What does that mean? Southside
Oh my
gang?
God, what are you trying to say?
Here's the thing, though, is nobody from Southside supports me at all, so it doesn't even matter. If I graduated with you and you're watching this, follow me back on Instagram, because I know you're unfollowing me because I went below 1,000.
Oh wow.
Dang, I just looked at my phone and had a story to say, but then I already forgot. Let me see. Y'all talk about something, dude. What are we at? We have 7 more minutes, boys.
7
Really?
more minutes. What can we talk about for 7 minutes?
I don't know. I don't even think anyone's listening at this
Biology.
point. But
We could talk about like school and stuff, boring
School. I have 1 more year left.
stuff. That
I
sucks.
have to take oral communication, so a speech class.
I have a professor right now, and his breath is rank.
And that's probably the professor I'm going to have to take
Yeah,
for that
you're
class.
gonna have to. Me and Riley have him right now. Let's call him Beatrice. Dr. Beatrice.
Dr. Beatrice.
He kind of looks. He looks like he's a Beatrice, but he walked in the first day, and he drinks. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know if I want to say that, but I'm gonna say it anyway. He drinks Snapple, and he reads the fact of the day off of Snapple. Are y'all talking crap about me backstage right now?
it's his podcast.
I'm the stepmom. Okay, you know what?
He's-
Seriously, I don't even care anymore. Somebody else.
He's the host.
Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Your stepmom's favorite podcast. We're out here. Brighton. Here, I got you. Your stepmom's favorite podcast. Brighton was just told that he was
He's at
the
a
only
news
one
conference.
that talks on the podcast.
This is the president's
Okay,
address.
yeah, y'all go ahead and hold my mic.
I feel like I gotta get down here now.
I did not have relations with that woman.
If anybody's only listening to the audio, this is gonna be the worst podcast.
We're going to make America great again, and we're going to build a wall.
All the mics
I'm funding it right now. There you go.
Y'all hear this sound? This is the sound of money. And you know how we're going to do this? Capitalism, all right?
I'm
The
laying
white
on
man.
his foot right now.
I'm just gonna chill right. Am I in the shot?
Okay.
Is he? You got him? He over here? I don't even know.
That was funny.
I'm getting. Sorry, I talked too much.
This is wild.
But guys-
Golly,
Oh, God.
this freaking.
What I want to say first is I do apologize for this podcast and how random and how crazy it has been. Because
I don't
this is
think
our-
we've even had a complete thought. This
I don't
entire
think
time.
so, but this has been a fun podcast. We had a bunch of technical difficulties in the beginning trying to get this started up.
Yeah.
I think we're missing our class right now.
Oh,
Definitely
for sure.
missing our class.
We're missing class right now, and
There goes Joe in his minivan. All right.
yep, Joe's driving off his minivan. We're
He's actually
outside.
driving towards us. Can we get that in the
He's
shot?
going to run us over.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Wow,
Gang,
what a
gang.
piece of garbage.
You're really
looks-
a piece of work, Joe.
That
Did you
looks
know
like
that?
recycled
real piece of
Coke
work.
cans with 4 wheels.
You know he has a
Yeah.
Hello Kitty steering wheel cover.
Custom.
It's custom.
It's custom.
Hey Joe, why does it look like your mama's fat booty fell up on the hood of that Honda?
Oh, you did. You just. Oh.
Hey, too bad
He
she
said he
couldn't
got
hear
your
that.
mom.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
God. Okay. Everybody, bring it. Hey. Family friendly. It's a family friendly podcast.
Whoa. Yo.
Whoa! After me? I didn't even do that.
It is your
Hey,
podcast.
You know Joe's from the Bronx?
The Bronx. Why are we talking about Joe so much? He ain't paying no ad money.
I know, Joe. If you want a little bit of
Right
time
here.
on this podcast, you're gonna need to start
$50.
checking out some money.
Sugar out there, shake, boy.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Dude,
Quit being so
do you-
shellfish, okay?
God. Gosh.
Who knew this podcast would crumble at episode 3?
You know, I already knew, yeah. You get a camera in front of me, dude. I'll do a lot of things.
What?
I've been watching Queer Eye.
I'll take my clothes off right here.
I don't know if I want to be a part of that.
Okay, then what'll be your stepfather's favorite podcast? If you're not here, it's your stepfather.
Me and Brighton got it.
Okay.
Guys, episode 3 is the last one.
But then y'all won't have anything to talk about because you can't make fun of me if I'm not here.
Oh, we can still make fun of you
Yeah.
if you're not.
But it's
here.
not the same because no one can see it. So you won't have fresh content.
Go follow his Instagram
All right.
and go look. we'll
Riley's
just
shirt
flame
is
his-
completely unbuttoned,
We
just
gotta-
blowing in the wind.
He's just being creative, dude. He's our creative
He's our
director.
creative director, and sometimes you just have to. Be
Sometimes your
creative, so.
clothes restrict your creative juices from
I
flowing.
believe that.
That is so true.
Amen.
Actually, so.
Goodness.
And the only
Preach.
creative juice flowing from me is sweat because it is hot.
That's disgusting.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Juice. You
I'm gonna
gotta
go ahead and-
you
guys-
got, wait, what's the
What?
moisty juice?
moist juice.
JP's back is full of moisty juices.
Mm-mm.
Moisty juice
Okay.
discharge
Oh no!
with
This
fungus.
gets so
Moisty
gross.
juicy. Hold on. We have to do some ASMR. Hey, everybody,
No,
be as quiet
tell
as you
me-
can. Ready, be as quiet as you can. I'm about to turn my gain up. Ready? Here we go.
Okay.
He's got a moisty juice fungus discharge on his back. That's freaking disgusting. And we're back. Let me turn my gain back down. That's gonna be loud as garbage. Joe,
So,
if you could settle down backstage, it'd be great. A lot of hectic stuff.
Hey, Brighton.
Gazella, shout out Gazella.
Shout out Gazella.
She's a true fan.
Thanks
She
for being
loves
a
the
mama.
podcast.
Thanks for being a mama G.
Now we need your ad dollars whenever you can.
Yeah,
Just
if you have a
Venmo
business
at your mom's.
or you just have an Etsy. Don't
Stepmom's.
people sell stuff on Etsy? I'm about to shout out Gazella's Instagram to get
on
us
our
outta
story.
here.
That's right.
We'll put it on our story because she messaged. Here we go. Here's her Instagram shout out. Go follow our biggest fan at Gazella Acosta. That'd be GISELAACOSTA. Big shout out for Gazella. Thanks for listening.
Go check her out. Thanks for being a mama.
Dude, go and tell all your friends to listen to our podcast.
My
And if they're like,
goodness, we're
what's it
hilarious.
about? Direct them to this episode because I put it on them.
Is that all the time we have for today?
We've got, to get to 40 minutes, we have 50 seconds left.
Cool.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Genuine.
We are genuine.
We're going to sing us out. We're going to sing Queen, Fat Bottom Girls.
Okay.
I'm down.
Someone hit a.
Yeah.
Someone hit a. Riley,
Riley, come
creative director.
Sit down where you sat to start, and we're gonna sing Fat Bottom Girls and get copyrighted, even though we have no money from this. So we're all gonna put our
It's all right.
mics
I think
here.
YouTube's license has
Here, I'm
it
gonna
covered.
wait. Hold on. Put the mics out far away. because I'm going to turn all the gains up.
Riley, you got it?
We're about to just sing our heart. I'm trying to screw up the gains all the way up.
All right.
Somebody give me a note.
Nah.
Somebody started. 1, 2, 3.
Are you gonna take me home tonight? Down beside your red firelight. Are you gonna let it all hang out? Fat bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round. This is your stepmom's favorite podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of here.
Peace.